Ladies and gentlemen, welcome out. We're here today at the Handicap Hunt. We got a couple of hunters with us. Hey, tell the people your names.
My name's Dewey Skidmore.
And then over here?
I'm Billy Smith from Millersville.
Dewey Skidmore and Mr. Billy Smith. Now, where y'all from?
I'm from Meriwether County.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm from Baldwin County.
Okay, so I know Baldwin County. I'm not quite sure where Meriwether County is. Tell me about where that is and how far a drive is it from here?
It's about a 2-hour drive. It's a little bit east of Griffin, Georgia.
Gotcha, okay.
Well, actually west of Griffin, Georgia.
Gotcha. So there's a lot of handicap hunters here today. And you traveled 2 hours. Do you know of other hunters that are traveling from that distance?
Yeah, I know a couple from Florida that travel.
Oh, wow, okay.
Come up from Florida, and I think one guy from Alabama, Chuck.
Gotcha, okay.
He's from Alabama, so.
Gotcha. So I was talking with Mr. Billy before we started, and he was talking about, all the hunters here are really tight. Would you agree with that, Mr. Dewey?
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, we've been coming here for about 7-8 years. And
wow.
A lot of us
yeah.
have become real good friends over there.
Gotcha, for sure. So, Mr. Billy, talk about that fellowship that all the hunters here have together.
Well, we all want everyone to have a safe hunt, a happy hunt. We want everyone to be able to harvest the deer, hogs, whatever it may be. Bottom line, we just want everyone to have, a good time and a safe hunt. So far as I know, we've never had any incidences where someone got hurt or anything like that, and I've been hunting here for 14 years since they first started the handicap hunts. I'm blessed to be here.
So this group, you talk about how tight this group is this the only place and the only event throughout the year where the group hunts together, or do you hunt with this group throughout the year?
Oh, there's a few more hunts. We got a hunt up in Holiday Campground up in LaGrange, Georgia.
Gotcha.
They do it the first weekend in December.
Right.
And then there's another one right across the line in Alabama.
Okay.
We do it the first weekend in January. So
gotcha.
a lot of us kind of meet up and do these 3 hunts together.
Right.
So
Awesome. So, Mr. Billy, you were talking about the safety that's here. Talk about how important safety is for a hunt of this size.
Well, as far as safety and everything, first off, you do have people with disabilities and such. You want them to be safe for the landowners so that, the landowners appreciate us coming and allow us to come. And we appreciate them for allowing us to come. But, most of all, we don't want anyone to get hurt that would, cause a friction for anyone else, and the landowners decide, well, maybe we don't want to, have to deal with this because we, just don't want the liability.
So let's take it back. You said you've been here 8-9 years?
this will be my 8th year.
8th year. And Mr. Billy, you say you've been here since the start, right?
14 years.
Gotcha, 14 years from Mr. Billy. So how did y'all first hear about this and get here, 8-9 years back?
I had a friend of mine that told me about it.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
so I called a few people and made the right contact, and they called me back and said, hey, we're going to put you in. So my 2nd year here, I killed the biggest buck.
Oh, there you go.
So I put my name on the plaque, and I was like, and then this morning I actually shot another one and got a pretty good, decent buck this morning. So
Two-timer. So, Mr. Billy, how'd you hear about this way back?
I heard of this through Steve Brown, who held all the Buckmaster banquets and everything. I heard of it through him, and he invited me to come. And that was at one point when the hunt was held on the Manishing area.
Yes, sir.
And so I heard about it through him.
Gotcha. So, in 14 years and in 8 years for you, how have you seen this event change and grow? Have you seen growth with the event?
we've definitely seen it grow. They started out, I don't know, my first year, there was probably 25 or 30 hunters.
Okay.
And I think this year we have 42 or 43.
Somewhere of that nature.
Gotcha.
Somewhere around 40-something hunters.
Gotcha. So you mentioned your 2nd year you got the biggest buck, and Mr. Billy, you got a big buck today as well. So y'all are sort of the talk of this event. Tell me about both your kills this morning.
I'll let him go first.
Mr. Billy, tell us about that.
Well, it started out, I saw a deer about 7:45, and I allowed it to pass. I didn't think that it was big enough to harvest. This morning, about 9:45, I saw this 8-pointer and everything. He came out. I took what I considered a humane shot. As he ran, I wasn't sure, so I went ahead and administered a second shot to, be a humane kill.
Yes.
So that's pretty much that. The second shot, he just fell over right there.
Gotcha. And we got the picture of that thing. We'll show our viewers that picture, I'm sure, throughout the show. So, hey, tell us about your kill, Mr. Dewey.
I was actually coming out of the woods this morning and was on my way out to the field, and I get almost to the edge of the field, and a doe comes running right by me, about 10 yards. And right behind her, there's a decent, tall six-pointer. He's right behind her, chasing her. And he stops in the road, and he's looking at me, maybe 15 yards tops, maybe. And you can see this water and drool dripping out of his mouth. He's been running hard. And so he takes off running and runs right by me. And then right behind him, there was a bigger one.
Gotcha.
So I was like, we standing and had a standoff in the middle of the roadbed.
Right.
He's looking at me, I'm looking at him, and I'm like, don't charge me, or I'm fixing, we're fixing to go down. But
Right.
he started running towards me a little bit, and he turned like he was going to head into the woods, and that's when I took my shot.
Gotcha.
He ran out in the middle of a field, out in the middle of a peanut field, and that's where he expired at.
There you go, history right there for Mr. Dewey. So this is day 2, right? Y'all were out here yesterday. Am I right about
Today's
that?
our first day to hunt.
First day of hunting. So what'd y'all do yesterday?
Yesterday's like a check-in. You come and you sign in, make sure all the hunters are here, all the hunters are accounted for, and then they meet you with your landowners and tell you where you're going to hunt and what we're looking for, and
Gotcha.
go over all the rules of the hunt and all that kind of stuff.
Right. So y'all are spread out pretty far from here, right? Where is all the stations, I guess? Where's everybody all set up?
I was in Wilkinson County, which is on up a little bit.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, about 25-minute drive.
Gotcha. Yeah. Where you been set up, Mr. Bill?
I'm set up here in Lawrence County,
Gotcha.
just up the road from the Sportsman's Club on the Bush Farm. Their hunters are spread out in multiple different counties, Dodge County and such.
Gotcha.
I feel like I'm fortunate enough to be able to hunt close to the Sportsman's Club, and I'm very blessed to hunt on the property of Miss Billy and Dale Bush. They've invited me to hunt every year, and I really appreciate them allowing me to come and visit with them. And as he said on the first day, that's more of a fellowship for all the hunters to get together and to talk about other hunts or past hunts, and for everyone to meet the landowners and show their appreciation to the landowners and to the employees of the Sportsman's Club, such as Daniel Knight, David Weems, Mark Pageant, Nina Pageant, Steve Brown, and I'm sure I'm leaving some people out, but I may tell them thank you 10 or 15 times before I leave here. It's how much I appreciate it, and I know all the other hunters appreciate everything they do for us. They do sometimes more than what they should, but we're very blessed to be able to come and meet everyone. A lot of us have made some long life friends, that we would probably never see. But for other people with disabilities, all to be able to hunt together, it's a special event as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, an awesome event. You were thanking those people, and this event wouldn't happen without them, Mr. Billy, no doubt.
That and all the landowners. Behind us is a board that's got a list of all the landowners and stuff who participated in it, and we're all very grateful for them, because without them, and like I say, the people of the Sportsman's Club, this event would not be held, and we would not be able to get together and have the fellowship that we do.
So, Mr. Billy, Mr. Dewey, is there anybody else that we need to thank for putting this event on?
I can't thank anybody. I want to thank Tommy
Right.
and the guys that helped me out this morning. Been knowing them for, like I say, 8 years now, so it's a blessing to be able to come and
No doubt.
share and fellowship and hunt together, and I look forward to it every year.
No doubt. Mr. Billy, I know you just thanked a lot of people. Is there anybody else you got?
Yes, sir. I left out some people. Most all of us have a guide who hunts with us, who assists the landowners and such like that. For several years, I've had David Davis, Justin Ville, It's my guides who've come and they've always helped me, to retrieve the game and such like that. So they are great help, and I think each and every landowner probably has someone. Sure. We have a gentleman who comes in who has tracking dogs. That way, in the event that someone shoots one and it runs off, whether it be a hog or deer, particularly at night, they have their tracking dogs who, that are able to track the deer and the hog, so that, hunter gets his prize, yes, sir, so to speak.
So, Mr. Billy, Mr. Dewey, let's say, I got this friend, or y'all got this friend better, that wanted to come to an event like this or this event. What would you tell them about coming to this event?
We get their contact information.
Yeah.
And get them in touch with Mark Padgett.
Right.
And if they got room, they'll
For sure.
let them in.
No doubt. Mr. Billy, what would you tell somebody about this event?
I'd say contact David Williams, Mark Padgett, Nina Padgett, Daniel Knight, any of them that you speak with, Steve Brown, they can put you in touch. If you look up, the Sportsman's Club and everything on the internet and all, it has contact information, where it's at, who to contact and everything. So anyone that has a disability that would like to hunt, all they got to do is give them a call, and I'm sure they would do what they could to accommodate them, and I'm sure that landowners would do that. So.
Got it. Ladies and gentlemen, a great event going on today here at the Sportsman Club. It's Mr. Dewey and Mr. Billy. Y'all keep on watching with us. Thank y'all.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm Mark Tarpley, Color Supply and Engine Service. Bad Boy Tractors. We're building on the legacy of Bad Boy brand, introducing a brand new line of small and medium-sized tractors that maintain our history of combining power, performance, and build quality while delivering highest value in their class. With a tractor size to fit any farm or property from landscapers to ranchers, Bad Boy Tractors are positioned to be workhorses in the field. Coupled with our line of Bad Boy implements, cutters, you are all set to make your workday feel less of a chore. Come visit us at Cullen's Engine Supply, 910 East Jackson Street in Dublin, or 826 South Harris Street in Sandersville.
Call Mr. Appliance for our speedy expert service. Or your appliance is not performing correctly, call 309-5960. Mr. Appliance of Dublin is your go-to company for dependable quality appliance service. Our experts are committed to delivering exceptional results in a timely manner, whether you need repairs, replacement parts, or general maintenance. Technicians are available on your schedule and always provide courteous, respectful, and quality work every time. Our technicians always explain and ensure understanding so you'll never encounter surprise fees. Trust Mr. Appliance for residential and commercial repair, service, and maintenance. Call 309-5960. That's 309-5960. 309-5960. Serving Dublin and the surrounding area, Mr. Appliance and Speedy Expert Service, a locally owned and operated franchise.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We got another hunter with us, Miss Dawn Higgins. How you doing, Miss Dawn?
I'm just right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So you made a pretty far drive today. Tell me where you're from.
Valdosta, Georgia.
Okay.
It's about 3 hours and something.
Yeah, that's a long drive. Now, you were telling me about how you got involved with the handicap hunt. Tell me that again.
I looked through the book because I had a lady who was disabled.
Yes, ma'am.
And so we found I saw those little handicap hunts.
Yes, ma'am.
So I told her, I said, well, you know what? I'll be glad to use my time some weekend, and I'll take you, you know, push you and do whatever needs to be done.
Yeah.
And we did.
Awesome.
And then that started a real friendship with us. Every year we would go and pick some out. Well, the WMAs are really rough.
Right.
And they're hard to get to. And when you get there, you're on your own. You don't have any help.
Right.
So when I met Steve Brown, they had started this hunt over here on the 2nd of November every year. And he told me to come here and bring Lillian here, and I did. And that's 14 years ago.
Yeah.
That we had come every year. So But 2 years ago, she passed away.
Gotcha.
And in the meantime, I got disabled with my knees.
Right.
And also, so Bear asked me, the president of our club, asked me, why didn't I just go ahead and get a doctor's thing, and just said, because he didn't want me to stop coming.
Right. Yeah.
And so I did, and it was nothing to it because I was already messed up.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
So anyway, so I've been coming, myself and everything, since I have to get help now with my knees. A friend of mine from church, Laura Inman, she comes and helps me
Gotcha.
with the things that I can't do.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
And well, you know what that is?
What's that?
That's God's love.
Yes, ma'am. That's right. That's right. Tell me about Miss Laura out here with you today.
Miss Laura is she's a young lady. She went to our church, and her and her husband are very good friends of mine. And she several years ago she said, Miss Dawn, teach me how to hunt. And I said, well, hunting is something that's just in you,
Right.
and all that stuff. She said, no, I want to hunt just like you. So
That's tough right there. I couldn't do that, Miss
I
Dawn.
told her, I said, well, okay, and so she said, and she got her a gun, a 30-06,
Okay.
and she's not 5'2".
Right.
Anyway, and so we got her gun and everything like that, and we started hunting. And I have some friends, and we built a couple of summer stands. The church let us have some property down there
Okay.
to hunt on
Awesome.
in Clarkville, Georgia.
Gotcha.
So we started hunting down there, and and I just told her, I said, look, it's kind of like, you do what you feel like you're supposed to do, you respect the woods and this, that, and the other
Right.
thing. But so she did, and one I built a little campground over there so we
Uh-huh.
could camp. We put our trailers there, and we had very nice. Her husband came. Her husband was behind her 100%.
For sure.
He helped her in everything, and so this 1 year came that it was one cold day.
Yeah.
We hardly ever have cold days in
Right,
Valdosta,
right,
but
sure.
one super cold day.
Uh-huh.
And I told Laura, I said, Laura, I'm not going to be able to come and hunt because my knees won't take that cold. She said, well, I'm going to hunt because it's going to be cold. So I stayed home. About 9:30, I got a telephone call.
Uh-huh.
I killed a buck. And I said, what? Where are you? She said, I'm at the church. I killed a buck. I said, what? She said, he's laying over there. I said, don't move. I'll be right there. So it's about 12 minutes,
Sure.
So I run down there and everything. And sure enough, she was a 7-point. She
Okay.
killed
Gotcha.
her first
Not
deer.
bad. Not bad.
Her first deer. And we have fun. From the time 9-something in the morning, we dug deer out. I have a 4-wheeler then, and when we got it all up there, and I said, okay, now you want to take the processors? She said, no. I said, what? I'm gonna do just like you do. I want to do it all. I said, you mean skin it and gut it? And
Right.
Yeah, I want to do all of it. So I said, okay, and she did.
Gotcha.
And her husband came from work, of course she called him, and he come home from work. Well, we were with that deer from 9:30. She shot that deer, and it was dark when we started skinning that deer.
Yes, ma'am.
Between visiting people,
Right.
husband come, got to wait for him to see the deer and all that stuff. But yeah, but that's all the one. But I'll tell you one thing: you just can't be a hunter.
That's right.
You have to have it. It's got to be in you. The respect for the woods, the animals.
That's right.
There's a thing to it that
Yeah.
people don't understand.
That's right.
Yeah, but these people here, I've gotten to know them. This like not
Right.
only coming hunting, it's like coming to a homecoming.
Yeah.
Coming to see your brothers and sisters.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's super good. So
For sure. Now, Miss Dawn, you're one of the only women out here. They ain't too rough on you, are they?
we were two. Lynn and I were the first 2 women to ever hunt with them.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I said, no, man. There's more respect and love and
Awesome.
kindness
Yeah.
here that you can ever
That's right.
stir with a stick. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, lots of love and kindness.
Gotcha.
These people are just angels. They work all year
Yeah.
do us.
It's a
It's
great
just a weekend thing. They work all year to put this thing on and
No
feed
doubt.
us, and they go out, and take their time, plant food plots, and patronize the farmers so
Right.
they'll let us use
Yeah.
the land. Yeah, they work all year long. I love every one of them.
No doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, a great event out here.
Thank you.
A great hunter out here, Miss
Thank you,
Dawn.
sir.
Thank you, Miss Dawn. Y'all keep on watching.
Allen's Heating and Cooling is your licensed Amana equipment dealer. Trust Allen's Heating and Cooling to install and service your heating and cooling unit. Allen services all brands, and with the purchase of a new Amana, offers a lifetime compressor warranty. Call Sean Clark or any of his friendly staff at Allen's Heating and Cooling, your Amana dealer. Amana lasts and lasts and lasts.
Hi, I'm Brandy, and I would like to invite you to experience our newly renovated mammography suite at the Fairview Park Hospital Breast Center. Our breast center has its own dedicated entrance with a relaxing boutique-like waiting area. You can make your appointment online anytime at fairviewparkhospital.com or by calling 478-274-3919. Most appointments take 30 minutes or less, and we will have your results back to your doctor within 24 hours.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're making our rounds here at the Handicap Hunt. We got a couple of volunteers out here. Tell the folks your name.
I'm Cam Melvin.
Cam Melvin.
I'm Braxton Granger.
Braxton Granger. So Braxton, Cam, what brings y'all out here today, man?
I've been doing this for a couple of years,
Yeah.
you know, just trying to give back to the community. All the people involved with this organization are really good, and it's good to give back to good people.
No doubt.
I live right down the road, so I grew up down here with all these people, and I just like to get down here, have great fellowship with all these guys, hang out, have a good time.
No doubt.
So,
Braxton, how many years you been coming here?
how many years have I been doing the handicap hunt?
Yeah,
or,
how many years have you been coming to the handicap hunt?
As a kid, I was always around here,
Okay,
so
wow.
but I've been here for the past 2 years and actually volunteered for the past 2 years. But
Okay, I got you.
yeah.
I got you. So y'all both volunteering. What y'all been doing?
Well, you just come out to the supper, kind of get everything organized
Sure.
then, and then this morning we get up and we take the hunters out there, make sure they're set up in their stands, make sure they get in, get situated, and then we leave them, let them hunt, and then whenever they kill anything, you know, we'll go out there and we'll pull the deer out and put them in the back of the Ranger, take them, get them processed, but
Right.
we just, you know, anything they need, we're there for them.
No doubt. Braxton, you got the same role as Cam?
Same role as
thing?
Cam.
Same thing. Awesome,
Yep.
awesome. A little dynamic duo out here. So y'all mentioned, Braxton, you mentioned, you know, watching these guys, and Cam, you mentioned the fellowship they have. Talk
Yeah.
about how you've been able to watch the handicap hunters and the bond and the fellowship they've had together.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of these guys, you know, they have like physical limitations
Sure.
and they can't do really as much as other able-bodied individuals could, and you know, we just try to blur that barrier a little bit, and everybody kind of really puts in fully to allow these guys just to kind of get the most out of this weekend and make them feel, you know, individual.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Talk about that, Braxton.
I just feel like it helps them feel like they fit in with
Yeah.
everybody and all get together, have a good time, man. It's just the joy, man, the
No
joy
doubt.
of everybody. It makes me happy seeing them
Yeah.
happy. So
That's exactly what I was about to say. You know, it's great for them, but it's also, you know, great for y'all, and even me being out here the past hour. It's great to see these guys. They're all having fun out here,
Yeah.
regardless of any limitations that they may
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
So let's talk about all the volunteers it takes, and I imagine y'all been able to see that
Yeah.
in this past couple of days. And I know y'all are just a couple of volunteers. How many people are out here volunteering today?
I mean, it's hard because we're spread out over.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just this
Right, it's
boat
all over.
landing. Yeah, but I don't even know. Maybe 50, something like
probably
that.
so.
Even,
you
but
also
even
gotta count in.
even more than that, because you've got people who come
Yeah.
out here and set it all up, and then you got people who cook. So I mean, you're talking maybe 100. I mean, it's a lot of people involved in this.
Processors, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I
Yeah.
got you. Yeah, a lot of people that make this thing happen. Is it going on tomorrow as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll happen tomorrow morning, but then they don't have a hunt tomorrow evening.
I got you.
Yeah.
So sort of walk me through, because you came out here last night was the first night. Am I right about that?
We had
started.
supper and kind of met everybody.
Okay.
Just
So
figure out what you're doing.
walk me through the 3 days. What's sort of the schedule here?
So the Friday, you come out, you have supper. You have supper,
Sure.
and you know, if you have a hunter that hadn't been on the land before, you'll kind of talk him through how it'll all look, and then you come out here this morning and you figure out where you're meeting stuff the night before.
Right.
And then this morning you'll go meet them and you'll take them back to their stand.
Gotcha.
You'll make sure they're situated.
Cool.
You'll leave them. Then about lunch, you'll go pick them up. You'll get their deer. You'll bring the deer to the processor, and then they'll process the deer. And then about 5, we're heading back out, and you'll do the same thing, drop them off at the stand, and then probably leave them there till it's sunset.
Sure.
And then we'll go get them, find the deer, bring them back to the processor, and then tomorrow morning it's the same thing.
Got you.
Yep.
Awesome. Braxton, I know you're doing the same thing as
Same
Cam.
exact thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, the dynamic duo out here, Braxton and Cam. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for tuning in. What a great time I've had out here talking to some of these people. It's a absolutely great event out here, put on every year by the Sportsman Club, the Handicap Hunt. And also, let me hit on, I don't know if I hit on this enough in the interviews, the amount of volunteers it takes, and I know you just heard it from Cam and Braxton, like maybe nearly 100 volunteers put in their time, and so many people give up their land for this event. There's people out here with the food, people out here skinning the deer. There's so many people that it takes to run this year in and year out. So it's just a great event put on by the Sportsman Club out here, the Handicap Hunt. And go back and listen to that first interview with Mr. Billy and Mr. Dewey. That you can get that contact information, and if you want to participate in this event next year, then they'll direct you to the right people. So thank you for tuning in. Great event out here, the Handicapped Hunt.